Mr. Allen, what is being done or what are your plans to help control the coyote population in Streetsboro?
This is simple. Very simple. We have too many coyotes in this town. Coyotes don't have any natural predator. The only natural predator they have is us, or wolves. We don't have any wolves. I don't think we should import any wolves. They imported the coyotes here to get rid of the deer. Now we have too many coyotes. We absolutely have to do something from the city and fund some kind of mandate to thin out the coyotes. I live down the road, if anybody knows where I live down there on 10 acres, right by the reservoir. I haven't heard a coyote at my place since I've been there. This year, there's packs of them. Packs, I'm seeing them on a regular basis. We had a dog attacked by a coyote over in Meadowview. Just about killed it, a poodle this big. Just about killed it. I got pictures from residents where coyotes are within 10 feet of their children. 10 feet. One of them's a policeman. She pulled out her .40 and shot the coyote. And yes, good for her. And we sit on our hands, and we keep sitting on our hands, and we need to do something. And I've asked the mayor. I asked him to partner with me. Let's work together. Let's get a collaborative effort. Let's do whatever can be done. Called the ODNR, that's a dead end. Called the game warden, dead end. It's all a dead end. We're going to have to do something as a city. Thank you.
One of the first things we have to quit doing is having people that live around the coyotes is quit leaving food out for the other animals. When they leave food out, when they put the marshmallows out for the possums and for the raccoons, of course the coyotes are going to come closer because that's a food source for them. There's no doubt that there is a coyote problem here. But the first thing we have to do is police it ourselves. We need to make sure that the people that live in these places, we need to take care of a cat problem because cats are prey for coyotes. We need to make sure that we don't leave food out to attract the other animals. We have spoken with ODNR. I don't know where my opponent comes up with we imported coyotes. I don't remember us importing coyotes. That is beyond me. A coyote is a wild animal. They live in the woods. We have a lot of woods around here. We have a lot of feed for them. We have deer. Okay, a coyote is a predator. They're predators for deer. They've made their way up from other areas of the county and of the state because they moved here because there is food. ODNR, they won't trap them for us. Our own game warden has told us we can do something, but at the same time, you got to be careful because when people let their dogs out or people let their cats out, they're going to be catching those animals too. And then we're going to hear it from those people. We are looking at solutions. We are working with the game warden, with our own animal control. It's not an easy solution. It's not an easy solution at all, but it's not something that we're going to let go by the wayside either.
This will be our final question of the evening, and then we'll have the closing statements. Mr. Broska, what is the latest book you have read? Why did you read it, and what did you learn from it?
Last book I read was Lone Survivor. And if you're familiar with that, it was a story of a group of Navy SEALs that were in Afghanistan. And they were discovered by an Afghanistan sheep herder. And they were basically, instead of killing this guy, they let him go. And he turned him in. And the Taliban came and massacred the other 5 members of the SEAL team. Chris Kyle was a lone survivor. What it showed me is that man's will to live and man's perseverance and man's faith in God will take him anywhere that he needs to go. Chris Kyle is a survivor.
Quite a question. Let's talk about coyotes. It did import coyotes. Akron Waterworks years ago put coyotes because they had a deer problem, thought they would help. and they've escalated immensely since. That was 20, 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. I know that because I lived down there. Last book I read was Art of War. What I found out, fight your enemy where they're not. Thank you.
We'll now have the closing statements, 2 minutes each. Mr. Allen.
You heard a lot of issues tonight, back and forth. This election next Tuesday is really simple. It really is simple. It's about fundamental differences between me and my opponent. Philosophies on how to spend money. Philosophies and fundamentals on how to run a community, govern this city. I will give you long-term plans. I will show you how your money is going to be spent. I will not add to your debt. I will not make you promises that I do not keep. Never done it in business, never done it in my life. I will not do it as a mayor. My opponent, his record is clear. He likes debt. It is what it is. I know he doesn't like this when I say it. Short-term planning and debt. I've been on council and I've watched it. I've watched it for 4 years. And I don't think we can, do not think that Streetsboro can take 4 more years of it. I want to see greatness for this community. I have no plans of leaving the city of Streetsboro. I love this town. I'm going to be here, good, bad, indifferent. If this city goes broke, I'm going to stay here. I love the city of Streetsboro. I want it to achieve greatness, and that's why I'm running for mayor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening you've heard a lot of rhetoric about ideas for the growth of our community. However, it's just not about having ideas, it's about making those ideas happen. And that is exactly what I've accomplished over the last 4 years, bringing good ideas to reality. To date, we have balanced the budget every year, improved our bond rating, and increased our income tax revenue, all while reducing spending. Increased job growth by bringing well over 500 new jobs to the city. Paved over 178,000 square yards of roadway, which is 3.5 times the amount accomplished in the 10 years before I took office. We completed construction of the new water tower, installed new and replaced aging water lines. We completed Phillip Parkway, providing over 150 acres of new industrial land, which when fully developed will provide much needed tax revenue for our schools and upwards of $500,000 a year in income tax revenue for the city. We've maintained a strong relationship with our superintendent and our schools. We've combined $18 million in grants with $3.8 million in funds to begin an unprecedented infrastructure makeover for the city. And if that doesn't sound like planning to me, then I don't know what it is. We're definitely on a path to prosperity, with plans already in place to take us to higher ground. In the next 4 years, we are committed to improve Frost Road, solve the flooding problem on State Route 303, completely re-signal the entire city, complete what we started with the Phillip Parkway extension by welcoming new industry and high-paying jobs, continue working towards the building of a new city hall and rec center, support our outstanding police and fire departments by continuing to provide them with the manpower and safety equipment they need to protect our residents. With your support, I promise to continue to do the right things and protect and honor the integrity of the mayor's office and fight over the quality of life, or fight for the quality of life you have come to expect. Streetsboro has prospered over the last 4 years, and I ask for your vote on November 3rd to entrust me to continue to moving our great city forward. Thank you.
Mr. Allen, Mr. Broska, and to all of the candidates who are here for Council and Board of Education, thank you for being here with us this evening. To all of you, thank you for coming. This program will be rebroadcast this Saturday morning, beginning at 9 o'clock on 88.9 WSTB. Election coverage beginning at 8:30 next Tuesday. Thank you and good night.